Good morning. It is a very foggy, misty, and cold 58-degree morning this morning, but considering it's a Monday morning, oh man, I just didn't feel like going for a walk, and those are the days when you really need to get up off the couch and go for a walk. Giant truck. So I'm going to endure some of the misty morning here. So check it out. Yesterday, I went to my favorite nursery, Mimosa Nursery in East LA, to check out some potential new trees. And I got there nice and early on a Sunday morning. There was nobody around. I was the only customer there the whole entire time, which was really cool. And I just went row by row by row and investigated everything and checked out things. And, what was nice about it is I saw a lot of the same trees that I have. And it was encouraging to see that some of the trees are having the same problem mine has. For example, my Barbados cherry is flowering, but it only has one fruit on it. And I got that Barbados cherry from Mimosa a couple months back. And so I looked at all of their Barbados cherries, and the ones as big as mine, same exact situation. Loaded with flowers, but maybe one or two fruit. So it could be one of those things that just this year, they may not be fruiting much. You see that with like loquat. Last year, the loquat harvest was non-existent. Seriously, I did not see a single loquat on any tree anywhere. This year, they were all freaking loaded. I guess it just has to do with, how the winter goes. So that was encouraging. And some of the smaller Barbados cherries that they have, there were no flowers at all on it. So I guess it's just a thing. I also noticed that most of their starfruit trees had almost no flowers whatsoever. Even some of the great big huge ones that last year when I was there were loaded with ripe starfruit, no flowers. So I finally found a couple starfruit trees in the back that had flowers and little baby fruits on them. I bought one of those trees. I also bought a jackfruit, a China jackfruit, which may or may not grow. There's mixed reports on whether or not they'll grow in Southern California, but I want to try. I also bought a wax apple, which has a bunch of fruit on it, so I'll keep my fingers crossed on that. I bought a Fino de Hete cherimoya, which was beautiful, real big tree, has lots of flowers on it. So hopefully I'll get some fruit off of that. And what was the other one that I got? I got 4 trees: wax apple, cherimoya, jackfruit. What was the 4th one I got? I forget. Anyway, while I was in the nursery, I noticed at the very, very back this mature Surinam cherry tree, and I looked up and there was a fruit on it. It was unripe, and then I looked closer and there was ripe fruit on it. So I had my very, very first taste of a Surinam cherry, and it far exceeded my expectations. The more I looked, the more I saw a lot more ripe cherries. So I had quite a few of them and kept the seeds in my pocket, so I'll be planting those out pretty soon. So that's pretty awesome. Also found a Jaboticaba on a tree, a mature tree. First time for that one as well. That did not exceed my expectations. It was very good, don't get me wrong, but all the hype that I've read about Jaboticaba, it did not exceed my expectations. So, nice stop, buddy. So anyway, that was nice to be able to finally taste those fruit and get an idea of what I will, of what I can look forward to someday when my plants fruit. Nice to see a neighbor out for a brisk walk this morning. She has her yoga mat in her backpack. So my guess is she's walking briskly to a yoga class somewhere. Her pace is actually faster than mine, and I'm stretching my legs out pretty good. So good on her. I've always wondered about people who drive to the gym and then take the escalator up to the gym floor. You know, I mean, it's amazing how much extra exercise you can get when you park further away from a store or your location and take the stairs rather than the elevator or escalator. Simple little things. So let's talk for a moment about what the Surinam Cherry tasted like. It did have a taste like a cherry, but there was also another flavor in there that is very difficult to describe. I can only say that it's almost like a maybe an herbal type of richness. Yeah, maybe an herbal type of richness. You know, most tropical fruit you can kind of key in on those mango, pineapple, banana type of flavors. None of that at all. It was very cherry-like a traditional North American cherry, but the extra richness that it has, just some aromatic herbal / spiciness that worked really, really well. And it wasn't, I've heard that Surinam cherries can be quite astringent. This particular one that off this tree was not astringent. So maybe I just got lucky. I can't wait to plant the seeds. Who knows what I'll get. That'll be fun. And the Jaboticaba was very similar to a grape, with some aromatics to it. You know, I've heard, I mean, there's dozens and dozens of different varieties of Jaboticaba, and I only had one. So I can't be too judgmental, but the one that I had, it did have the thick skin, and similar to a Concord grape, you kind of squeeze out the inside. And, well, that's why they call them Brazilian tree grapes. It was very similar to a grape. Yeah. Would I eat it again? Absolutely. Ha! I remembered what the fourth plant I got was. So I got the starfruit, the cherimoya, the jackfruit, and I also got a wax apple, which I've never had a wax apple before. Never had a jackfruit before. So, wax apples, I got a green diamond cultivar. It's supposed to be a very crispy, crunchy, juicy, mild, refreshing type of fruit. Sounds good, right? Well, we'll see. Look what's coming. Hey, buddy. Ooh, you stopped behind the car. Yeah, I'm not gonna mess with him. Oh, there he goes. He's looking at me. Hey, buddy. Oh, the bird's going nuts. And bye-bye. Look at the bird attacking. I wondered how long it would be before I came around the corner and was face to face with a coyote. Yeah, you know, as long as there's just one of them, you're probably going to be okay. For the most part, they just want to leave you alone and get on with their business. But if there's more than one, that's where you watch out. Because what they'll do is they'll try to draw your attention away, and then some others will come up from behind try to get you. But, you know, I mean, I'm bigger than any coyote, so I doubt that they would mess with a full-grown man. Kids, yes, they could definitely mess with kids. I remember one time we took our pup with us up on one of the trails up in the mountains. Oh, he was loving life. And then I noticed up on the ridge above us, there were like 3 or 4 coyotes. And then the ridge on the other side, there were 2. And they were watching every move we made. Well, needless to say, we picked up our pup and carried him back down the hill. So that was not good. Ooh, look what's blooming. Ah, wow, that is beautiful. It's for my buddy Alex, because she really digs on cactus flowers. Look at that. That is stunning. I love how they stick up on stalks like that. All right. I was in the right place at the right time. So I've been a little quiet about all of the unrest that is going on in Los Angeles in response to the ICE raids. You know, I don't condone violence. I don't at all. As a matter of fact, I will do everything I can to avoid conflict. But with that being said, you know, the fact that ICE agents are going into elementary schools and trying to detain students in elementary schools, I thought this was all about getting violent murderers, rapists, and criminals who are here illegally. I thought it was all about that. You know, if that's all that they were going after, I'd be okay with it. But what's going on now? No bueno. You know, ever since I moved into my neighborhood, it's been about 24 years now, down at the bottom of the hill near Ventura Boulevard, there has always been an area where Hispanic men have hung out looking for day work. And I tell you what, those guys are dedicated. They're there first thing in the morning. All they want to do is work, and work hard. You know, you don't see any white guys hanging out there. You know, what if you're out of work? What if you've been laid off or something? Are you willing to go do a hard day's labor digging ditches and you know, hauling scrap wood and picking strawberries or whatever the hell needs to be done? I doubt it. And you know, good family people, family oriented, yeah, I'm just upset by all of it. Well, I'm on my last hill towards home. Didn't mean to end this walk with a down note, but man, there's a lot of shit going down in the country right now. Love you all. Be good humans. That's all that I ask. Just be good humans and have a great day.